Hello, my loves. Welcome to another session of Girls Code Chat. I am so sorry if I sound a little bit rough. I'm getting over this cough. Well, I'm trying to get over this cough. That's not going anywhere. But I'm gonna push through regardless. So I'll be drinking a lot of water. So don't mind me while we get through this session. So today's session is about. It's not your typical Girls Code session. Our my I last week I posted some pictures showcasing and highlighting my insecurities, and they were well received. I love the fact that people who knew me from back then, you know, were noticing. Didn't know even notice what I was going through while I was in school, and I just made a brief little statement about my insecurities. So that's what Girls Go Chat is about today. It's about embracing, accepting, loving your insecurities, and how to deal with it. Everybody on the face of this earth has insecurities. No matter how beautiful you are, you have insecurities. Someone may think you're the most beautiful person in the world, but you may not think you are. So everyone has their own insecurities they're dealing with, and some people cannot get over their insecurities. Some people cope, and some people love and accept and embrace their insecurities. And some people insecurities are their money makers. So let's get into the session. So I want to start the session by talking about my insecurities, how I've coped with it. Have I coped with it? Or, and how I will cope going forward. Do I love it? Do I embrace it? So when I was 5, I met into a car accident. The car flipped over on my way back from Duns River Falls, me and my cousin, and the car flipped over and my face dragged on the road. I lost a piece of my pinky and I got a scar on my face, which I'm going to show later on. So I lost my pinky, I got this scar on my face, and I was in the hospital for quite some time, like almost a year when it just happened. I was young and I went back to school. I was in like basic school, what they call kindergarten here. And kids weren't nice. And till to this day, honestly, I can still feel how it felt when my face was dragging on the road. Like a lot of people won't understand, but every time I think about my car accident, I feel everything. I don't know why, but sometimes I just block my scar out. So I was in kindergarten, basic school, and I had to deal with that as a young kid, dealing with that. Then when I went on to elementary, I think that's what they call it. I was in the first or second grade. I was in the hospital in Kingston for like a year and a change, or a year. And they did surgeries. I didn't see my mom every night because I was at a hospital. She had to come up like on the weekends. And the children's hospital in Kingston really made it feel like home, and made it feel like they were family. And honestly, whenever I make it in life, I will like really play a part in that hospital, because Kingston Children Hospital really made things very comfortable for me. They made life easier for me. They prepped me. There was this nurse there. I don't remember her name. She had a room where she would bring all the kids, and we would play and stuff. And she always, I remember her very word: when you go back to school, you're gonna get name calls, and this is how you should deal with it. And I heard her, but I didn't know, like, coming out of the hospital, kids would be so cruel. Kids are cruel. And so I did surgery. The surgery didn't get rid of the scar. It helped, but it didn't get rid of the scar. And I went to school, and I'm telling you, like, I got the wickedest names. I got called Two Face, I got called Scarface, I got called Bun Up, which is like burn up. I got called all the names you can imagine someone would be called. Even some names I don't even know what the hell. And I honestly wanted to not exist at one point. I honestly wanted to just not go back to school. But I dealt with it. I never once hid my scar. I never once covered my scar. It was in their face whether they like it or not. And I coped throughout school, middle school, and I put myself in every activity in school, in dance class, drama class, everything. So I would do things for people to love the things I'm doing and not focus on my scar. My mom used to be so worried about me. She was so worried that I would never want to accept myself, and she was worried I wouldn't be able to find someone to love me enough, with my insecurities and with my scars and stuff. And she used to worry. But I used to put out this image once I got to high school now. I remember my first week in high school, like a crowd came down on me. A crowd came down on me. People were just staring at my scar because I didn't cover it. My hair was up. You could see my scar. People asked questions. People started calling me names all over again. It started all over again. I thought I left middle school, high school would have been better, and I start getting called names all over again, guys. Ugh. This time it was even worse because I'm preteen. I'm 12, and I'm gonna be 13, and I'm like, damn, like I can't catch a break. And I remember I went home to my mom. I'm like, Mommy, I am not going back to school. I'm not going back to school. Me nah go back to school. That's it. Me I stay home. Me I turn workless. Me nah go back to school. And she's like, I don't care if your foot broke. I don't care if your head big. You're going back to school, and this is how you're gonna deal with it. When they call your name, answer it. If they call you Bun Up, say yes. If they call you Scarface, say yes. If they start sing a song about you, dance to the song. So she told me to do all that. I'm telling you, the first couple of days it was rough because it didn't work. And then there's this guy that really defended me. Like, he really defended me. There's this part in my high school called Rat Hole. I don't know why they call it Rat Hole, but Rat Hole was a part where all the popular kids hang out. It's like a big hall, dark hall. Anyways, and this one popular kid from there, well, he wasn't popular at the time, but he really stood up for me. And now he's this popular person, but he really stood up for me. And because he was hanging out with the popular kids, like, it kind of eased the burden of people calling me names. Then what I did too was enter a beauty pageant. Guys, me with my scar on my face, bold enough to go enter a beauty pageant with pretty girls, no scars, perfect to me. In my eyes, they were perfect. And I entered the beauty pageant, and my mom said, no, you cannot enter that beauty pageant. You're going to come home because it's bad enough you're struggling with going to school. Now you want to enter a beauty pageant where people are going to laugh at you even worse? No, you're not going. But I hid behind her back and I went. And I was the only person on that stage that didn't have a sponsor. Everybody else had a sponsor. Everybody else, someone sponsored their outfit, their hair, their this. I did my own hair. I got my own. I entered the competition in my old graduation dress from elementary school. Everything from what I wore in that competition was stuff at my house. Everybody else got support, but I didn't. And it was nobody's fault, really. I wasn't supposed to be there. My mom didn't want me to be there. So I didn't get a chance to get sponsorship because I wasn't supposed to be there. So I entered the competition, and my mom came to the competition with to take me off the stage and punish me. And then she heard that I won. Guys, I won a beauty pageant. And that competition taught me that beauty is not the physical appearance. Yes, that helps. But beauty is everything else inside you, how you are, how your personality, the way you treat people. Those things are beauty. Your physical appearance helps, but that's not it. That's not the only thing. You know what I mean? Because you meet someone and they're so handsome, they're so beautiful, and then once they open their mouth, you're like, shit, this person is disgusting to me. You know? So I entered a competition and I entered another beauty pageant and I won again. But I still am insecure about this. I still was insecure about the scar. I'm still a little bit insecure. But I've coped with it. I've dealt with it throughout my high school years. And I was a cheerleading captain. I did everything so people would not focus on my scar. So then I became just regular Janisha, because that's my name. I became regular Janisha. No one really saw my scar anymore because it was in their face whether they like it or not. So they had no choice but to just accept me at this point. And then I left high school. I moved to the US and I was so confident that, okay, this is America. This is a different place. No one knows me. And there's different types of people here because I used to watch Disney and MTV and stuff like that. And there's some different type of people that people accept. So this is America. I'm going to be fine. I went to school here and then the questions started again. Oh my God, what happened to your face? Ew, and stuff like that. And that brought me back to that little insecure girl. So I started covering up my scar again so no one could see it. That way no one asked me any questions. All they see is this and nothing else. Go about my damn business and no one asked me anything. Okay? And it took me years. So when I moved to the US now, I literally stopped looking at my scar. I never used to do makeup. But when I started doing makeup now, I would do every part of my face except my scar. So this is my scar. So I would do every part of my makeup except my scar. So I would be in the camera, in the mirror, doing my makeup, and I'm looking that way because I don't want to see my scar. Honestly, up until 2 or 3 years ago, I really didn't look at my scar. Honestly, I would do my makeup and this part would be left out, and because I know I'm going to cover it, so whatever, it's not going to get done. I wouldn't look at my scar. I'd do my makeup, cover up everything, and that's it. Then I saw this beautiful girl on Instagram. Her name is Shalom Black on Instagram. She got burnt all over from her head all the way down, and that girl does makeup so that girl beats her face, and that girl can dress, and that girl embraced her insecurity. And I'm telling you, she cannot hide her insecurity. I can hide mine. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Because for years people keep telling me, Jay, you need to do YouTube. You could do hair, you could do makeup, you could do this, you could do that. Do YouTube. But I would refuse to do YouTube because I don't want to be teased. Like, it's bad enough I was teased in schools, teased here. Like, to be teased on a global platform. To be teased on a global platform, guys, that scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry about that. That was my phone. I muted it. That scared the hell out of me, and I was so scared to do YouTube because I did not want to be a target online. And so up to 3 years ago, I was not a part of this YouTube life. I wasn't a part of this podcast. Like, I didn't want it. I just wanted to just hide behind my products. Honestly, like, I have my makeup brand. I do this. I just wanted to hide behind everything and live my simple, basic life. But after seeing Shalom Black coming out, I started, coming out a little bit with, and then I met this girl. She's a fellow business owner. I was talking to her about my insecurities. She's never seen it. And she's like, girl, you're beautiful. That's your story. Don't hide yourself. She's like, just look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are. Because you know you're beautiful. And don't hide behind your scars. It's literally going to cripple you and hold you back. And it brought me back to years ago when I was in the 8th grade. My classmate, her name is Karina Coates. She said to me, Jay, don't ever do surgery on your face. maybe your scar is going to make you famous. She said that to me when I was in the 8th grade. And I'm like, you're right. And I've held on to that. I've really held on to that. And that's my story, guys. That's my story about my insecurities. And I've embraced my scar of late. Like, I will post pictures on Instagram showing my scar. Like, because I'm beautiful regardless. Because if I don't show you my scar, you see a beautiful face. Seeing my scar should not distract my beauty. You know what I mean? I'm beauty with my scar. And I want to tell myself that. I'm telling myself that right now, and I'm accepting it. Like, I haven't built up the courage yet to just put my hair back and wear it out like this on a daily. I haven't built up that courage yet because my scar is darker than the rest of my face. And thank God for my amazing products, my HD foundation. It does a really good job covering the actual shade of the scar because it's really, really darker than my actual complexion on my face. And, so I haven't built up the courage to really wear my scar out. But I want you guys to just embrace whatever insecurities you have. Even my pinky, it literally in the car accident, it got cut off. This whole part, I don't know how a little nail grew back, but it grew back, and for the people that's listening on Apple Podcasts, go on my YouTube and just watch this video because I want to help someone. There's many people on YouTube that can help you, but I want people to understand that you are more than your insecurities. You are more than your scar. You're more than whatever you're going through, and you can get through it. Like, I've had an amazing life. It hasn't been easy. I've had my big bad struggles, but I'm working through them. But I survived that car accident for a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but I survived that car accident for a reason. And I don't know if it's just to tell somebody just it's going to be okay, whatever scar you have. I could have lost my entire life. Thank God, God forbid, I only walked away with the scar. So whatever you're going through, whatever insecurities you have, it gets better. And the beautiful thing about life is you can fix your insecurities. I've tried to fix my scar. It's just too expensive. But will I fix it in the future when I can afford to? I don't know. I'm scared to get a botched job. So if there's this two doctors on I think it's the E Network. I don't remember the name of their show. It's called Botched or something like that. I even attempted to write them to ask them if they could fix my face. Honestly, that's how far I went. And I just couldn't hit the send button. But if they're willing to help me fix my face, I don't even want to get rid of the scars, guys. I just have a little dent in my face right here. I would just like that to be filled in so my face could be a little bit even. But if that can't be fixed, it's okay. I've accepted my scar, and I want you to accept your scar. I want you to accept your insecurities. And it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, you are alive and well to make better decisions tomorrow, to do something amazing, to do something great today, tomorrow, and in the future. And I just wanted Girls Code Chat, this session, to be about it, to face your insecurities, because at the end of the day, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And thanks to Shalom Black. Honestly, thanks to Shalom Black on Instagram for really helping me to realize that what I consider insecurity is actually beauty. It's actually beauty. This is my beauty mark. I just need to be brave to wear it. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate Shalom Black and this other girl on Instagram. I don't remember her name, but thanks so much for making it easier for me to talk about my insecurity. And I hope this podcast can help somebody else talk and deal with their insecurities. I love you guys for watching. Bye.